அனைத்து தமிழ் உள்ளங்களுக்கும் வணக்கம். இது உங்கள் முதலும் நீ முடிவும் நீ. இந்த வீடியோ பார்க்கும் நண்பர்கள் இதுவரைக்கும் நம்ம சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணலனா கீழே ரெட் கலர்ல சப்ஸ்கிரைப்னு ஒரு பட்டன் இருக்கும். அதை கிளிக் பண்ணி சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி எங்களுக்கு ஆதரவு கொடுங்க. உங்களோட ஆதரவு தான் எங்களுக்கு மிகப்பெரிய மோட்டிவேஷனாக இருக்கும். உங்களுக்காக நல்ல நல்ல பயனுள்ள வீடியோக்களை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து போகிறதுக்கு வாங்க நம்ம இன்னைக்கு வீடியோக்குள்ள போகலாம். இன்னைக்கு நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டிலேருந்து ஒரு லேட்டஸ்ட் அப்டேட் வந்திருக்கு. அது என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமஸ்டர் நவம்பர் டிசம்பரில் நடக்கும். பட் ஆனால் அது கொரோனா காலத்தால் தள்ளி போச்சு. அந்த எக்ஸாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபெப்ரவரி மார்ச்சில் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க. அது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கம்ப்ளீட்டாக ஆன்லைனில் தான் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க. அதோட விவரத்தை தான் இந்த வீடியோவில் பார்க்க போகிறோம். அது என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அவங்க அஃபிஷியலாக ஒரு வீடியோ மேக் பண்ணி விட்டுருக்காங்க. அதாவது நீங்கள் எப்படி லேப்டாப்பில் எக்ஸாம் எழுதணும், எப்படி நீங்கள் மொபைல் ஃபோனில் எக்ஸாம் எழுதலாம், அதை பற்றின கம்ப்ளீட் யூசர் கைடு வந்து அவங்க கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அதுக்காக ஒரு வீடியோ மேக் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அந்த வீடியோ தான் இந்த வீடியோவில் கம்ப்ளீட்டாக நான் உங்களுக்காக காட்ட போகிறேன். இது கம்ப்ளீட்டாக நீங்கள் வீடியோ ஸ்கிப் பண்ணாமல் பாருங்கள். ஏன்னா ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் எக்ஸாம் எழுதுறதுக்கு போகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த வீடியோ ஃபுல்லாக பார்த்துட்டு போகிறது ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். ஸோ இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்காக.
Hi candidates, hope you all are safe and also excited for this new mode of exam. It's a very simple process and the whole purpose of today's session is to prepare you well. The agenda of this session is we will brief you about the online exam, what online remote proctored exam is all about. We will then share the instructions for the exam and what support you will have from our side. We will share the system requirements, what is the hardware and software requirements you need to have. And then we will share the step-by-step process for taking the exam either on a mobile phone or on a laptop desktop, right? Just be very attentive. The purpose of this session is to guide you. I mean, you can always pause it and view it at your convenience, right? So let's start with the basics. What is online remote proctored exam? You all might have heard about it, but online exam is a test which you can take from any location over the internet. Remote proctoring is a mechanism where all the attempts of malpractice are tracked, recorded, and the proctor can instantaneously take action for your suspicious activities. It's a simple mode of exam, no complexities involved, very easy to use system, and you will have all our support throughout the process. It is also a completely secured process. Exam takes place in a controlled environment, and whether you take the exam on a mobile application or using a laptop desktop, it will not cause any instability to your system. Proctoring is quite comprehensive. There is an artificial intelligence based engine that will track all your movements, be it physical, be it your screen navigation actions, the noise in your room, all the aspects. A 360-degree monitoring will take place throughout the exam. It will flag off all the suspicious activities. In addition to the system, there are human proctors who will be monitoring and keeping an eye on you remotely. They will also get notified if you are attempting any suspicious activity or attempting any malpractice activity, and they will be able to warn you on a real time or a live basis. So please take exam by all fair means. You are being monitored throughout. Coming to the instructions to take the exam. So preparation is paramount. All the guideline documents, user manual will be shared with you. So you can refer those documents, go through it very carefully. An end-to-end mock test will be conducted for you. It's kind of a practice match before you actually hit the day of the exam. It is mandatory for all the candidates to appear for this mock test. I repeat, it is mandatory for all the candidates to appear for the mock test. Now, throughout the mock test as well as on the actual exam day, we will set up a dedicated helpline, a help desk for you. It's a smart IVR based help desk. The number, you can see it here. We have shared the number with you. So you can reach out to this number. The time is mentioned here. It will be shared with you separately as well. So need not focus on noting it down here. It's one number, but it's smart enough. So even multiple candidates, many of you trying to reach this number on the same time, it will be routed to our expert who will be parallelly able to support multiple, helpline request altogether. There is also a chatbot which will be made available on the university website. So you can, interact through the chatbot and all your doubts, queries will be resolved. Candidates can reach out to this bot for any clarification or support. During the exam, if you want any support, there are two possibilities. One, if the proctor has reached out to you by a chat message, then a pop-up will come on your screen. I will also demonstrate this. So there you will be able to reply them back and either give your clarification or ask for any support. Alternately, if you want to initiate any conversation with the proctor, like we do in any classroom exam, we raise a hand or we wave it to the invigilator in the classroom and they come and resolve our query. Similarly, you can wave your hand in front of the camera and proctor will reach out to you through whichever mediums are available, virtual mediums. Now there are two modes for you to take the exam. You can take it either on a laptop or desktop with a secured exam browser. I will come to what secured exam browser is in a while. This is the first mode in which you can take the exam, or the second mode is if you have an Android based mobile, we will provide you a mobile application. So you can take this exam on a mobile application as well. For Android smartphones, the version of Android has to be Marshmallow and above, which is Android 6.0 and above. You can take the exam on either of these modes, but like I mentioned, a mock test is scheduled. Whichever mode you decide, you have to stick to that for the mock test as well as the actual exam. So take the mock test on the same device in the same manner in which you are going to take the actual exam. Don't switch it in both the modes. Say I take the mock test on mobile and during the exam I will take on a laptop, desktop. It should not work that way. The mock test is meant to test all the aspects and to get you acquainted with the process, right? Coming to what the process is, so you will receive all your information, be it your admit card, the guidelines, documents, user manuals, all of that you will keep receiving. So keep an eye on your emails because you will be receiving these information. Then like I mentioned, there will be a mock test which will be conducted, and then finally you will be appearing for the exams. And after the exam, the results will be shared with you as the usual process. Mock test and the actual exam, both in both the modes of exam, the proctoring will be enabled. There is a system which will be proctoring, as well as there will be live human proctors who will be monitoring all your actions. And there is helpline, like I mentioned, is available for your support. Right? So take the mock test, experience it, get used to the process, and then appear for the mock exam because you will be mentally all prepared, all set. You would have tested your system and it is just about attempting the actual exam. Now, these are some typical situations when candidates reach out to our help desk number. Like I mentioned, the number is common, but there are sufficient experts that we will be setting up so that all your queries get resolved in time. So usual situations, some of them are listed here when they are not able to log in, when their microphone is not getting detected, when they are unable to capture their photograph, when they are unable to navigate from one question to the other, when their system is stuck, or when they get disconnected but they are not able to log in again. Now these are some typical situations. There might be other situations also. So this number, I have again mentioned it here. It will also be shared with you. Reach out to this number for any query and we will immediately resolve it for you. Coming to the instructions, some do's, meaning some of the things you have to take care during the exam, both during the mock test as well as actual exam. Ensure that your microphone, web camera and internet is working properly. We will share a couple of links with you to test whether these hardware peripherals are working properly or not. Ensure that you are attempting the mock test as well as the exam from a room that is lit well. There should be proper light in your room, and the light should be flashing not behind your face but in front of your face. So light should not be flashing from behind, but it should be in front of your face. Ensure that you are attempting from a room or a location which is completely silent. Ensure that your face is clearly visible in the camera, either in the mobile camera or on your laptop, desktop camera. The face should be completely and clearly visible. You will be asked to capture your profile picture before the start of the exam. So ensure that there are no objects behind you, the face is clearly visible and it gets captured fully. There should not be any cut faces. So like you are seeing here, no part of your face should be cut. It should be completely visible while you are capturing the photo as well as throughout the exam while you are being monitored. Wear only transparent and non-reflective glasses or lenses if at all it is required. No goggles or no colored glasses or reflective glasses should be worn. If required, keep only transparent water bottles along your side. Keep your valid government ID proof handy. We will share with you the list of all the allowed or validated government IDs with you. So keep them ready, keep them handy, and do appear for the mock test. I am emphasizing this request again and again. It is for your own good. It will help you to smoothly appear for your exam without any issues. So ensure that you are appearing for the mock test. Coming to some don'ts, some of the things which you don't have to indulge into, and even if you do, our system is robust and strong enough to capture those actions and you will be penalized. So it's better to avoid all such negative activities. Like, you should not communicate with any person inside your room by any means. Do not move away from your system till the exam is over. You should not move away from the camera. Do not cover your face with any cloth or hair or mask. Nothing should be covering your face. Your face should be clearly visible. Like I mentioned in the earlier do's points, do not place the light behind your face. Light source should be in front of your face. Do not have any background noises like music or anybody talking. No kind of sound should be there while you are giving the examination. Do not entertain or allow any person inside your room while you are giving the exam. In that particular room, there should be no person, no additional member present throughout the duration of the exam. Do not wear any sunglasses or earphones during the test. Do not try to use any extra help material like, say, Googling the answer or using any search engine or accessing any folders. You will, number one, not be allowed to do that, but you should not even attempt to do such thing. Also, do not try to move out of the test player, be it while you are taking it on laptop, desktop, or be it a mobile application. In neither of the cases, you should attempt to move out. Do not try to move out of the test player. Also, avoid using any kind of wearable gadgets like a smart watch or say a wristband or say earphones, headphones. Nothing of that has to be used. You just have to keep your test taking device, be it a laptop or desktop or mobile. It is either or, it is not both the devices, right? Now coming to the system requirements, like I mentioned, you can take the examination either on a laptop or desktop with secured exam browser. I'll come to this next. Or the second option is using a mobile Android application. You will have all these system requirements which are mentioned are usually available on the devices of this age, so you need not worry about it. Just ensure that your system complies by all these standards. So you need a microphone which is inbuilt, or if it is laptop desktop, then you can externally connect it. A web camera which is inbuilt, or if it is laptop desktop, you can externally connect it as well. The recommended internet speed is 1 Mbps or more. So you have to ensure that you have this continuous meaning throughout the duration of the exam. You should have internet connectivity with the specified bandwidth. Operating system. So the secured exam browser, for that you need a Windows operating system. For Windows 7, either 32-bit or 64-bit, all editions are supported. Windows 8 or 8.1, again, all editions are supported. For Windows 10, we support the Pro, Enterprise, Home and Education edition. So if you have any of these, it will be supported. If you are taking the exam from the mobile application, the Android application, then the requirement is you should have an Android based smartphone with the version Marshmallow and above, that is Android 6.0 and above. Right? Ensure that your mobile or your laptop is up to date so far as the system security patches and service packs are concerned. For laptop and desktop, you will have to install secured exam browser. So for both secured exam browser or the mobile application, a link will be shared with you using which you can download either secured exam browser or download the Android application on your smartphone. If you are taking it from your laptop desktop, then you will need to have .NET version 4.5.2. We will share a link with you to ensure that you have the latest version, and the latest version of Chrome. Again, we will share with you the link to ensure that you have the latest version of Chrome. So these two are for if you are taking from a laptop or desktop. And then AnyDesk is a software which you can download additionally. This is for the scenario where our support team has to say take an access of your system and see what is where you are stuck, why you are stuck, and help you overcome that particular issue. Then this AnyDesk software will come handy. Again, like I mentioned, a mock test is to ensure that you have all the system requirements which are mentioned here. So take the mock test either on laptop, desktop by installing the secured exam browser, or take it from your mobile application. And again, whichever mode you are opting for the mock test, the same you have to use for the actual exams as well. Now, I was mentioning secured exam browser. So think of it. So like we all are, locked in our houses in this situation. Similarly, think of this secured exam browser as one of the browser which will lock your computer. So you will not be able to move out of your test taking screen. It will prevent any virtual machine access. It will disable all remote control. All the background applications will be terminated. So you can save whatever work you were doing before taking the exam, because all the applications will be suspended for the time you are taking the exam on laptop, desktop through secured exam browser. No duplicate monitor access will be allowed. It's single tab browser, so you will not be able to say, for example, press Ctrl T and open another tab. It will not open, nothing will happen. It will disable your access to all system resources like settings or files, folders, etc. You'll not be able to copy paste anything, and all shortcut keys are disabled. Shortcut keys are like Alter Tab or Control Alter Delete. Any shortcut key which will take you out of the test player or will give you access to the system settings will be disabled. So you will only have to use the secured exam browser for the duration of the exam. after the exam is over, you can uninstall it. And like I mentioned, there is no instability that will be caused to your system if you are using secured exam browser mode. Now, for both the modes, be it mobile application or be it your secured exam browser, laptop, desktop, let's go through the step-by-step process. First, for the mobile application. So like I mentioned, we will share with you the link for downloading the mobile application. You can download it on your mobile. It is like any other Android application that you download, and the icon will be available. So you can click on it and appear for the mock test or the actual exam. You will have to enter your user ID and user ID password. Thereafter, you will have to go through some of the equipment checks. It is an automated process. You do not have to interrupt it in between. Your screen will be captured, your facial photograph will be captured, your ID proof will be captured, and then the proctoring will be initiated. So you will enter the test player, you will start seeing all the questions, you can go through them, the timer will be visible to you, go through all those questions at your ease. Your feeds are continuously getting captured and analyzed. So ensure that you are not indulging in any kind of suspicious activities. Alerts will come to you if you are trying to violate any of some parameters. If you are deviating or if you are indulging in any malpractice, it will be alerted to you, it will be alerted to your proctor, and you might get penalized. So avoid any kind of those malpractices. A detailed user manual with screenshots, with step-by-step process will be shared with you. So do go through it, do refer it, and practice these steps and the flow during the mock test. So now I will be exiting and I will be showing it on my mobile application. So what I'm going to do is I will project my mobile phone on this particular screen, and in this mobile kind of a view, you will be able to see my phone, and I will take an exam just to show you that view. Okay, so here we are. My mobile phone is visible to you currently. You can see this application here, right? Anna University Examinations. This is the application which I have downloaded from the link which was shared with me. So similarly, you can download it, and once you have downloaded, such kind of an icon will appear. Now I am clicking on that icon. So you can see the application has opened up and it is asking me to enter a candidate ID. So I will now be entering a candidate ID. This is just for demonstration sake. Do not try to, note down this ID and try to take the exam. Nothing will happen. So you can see the system is asking me to allow it to access the device files, allow to access the capturing of the screen. So you have to click on allow for all those options, and when such kind of a pop-up comes up that the application wants to record or cast your screen, you have to click on start now. Ensure that you are following these steps. Do not try to follow any other step. It will unnecessarily hamper your examination flow. Here it is asking me for a password and asking me to enter a date of birth as a password. So I'm just selecting one specific date. Then I will have to check this particular box that I confirm my attendance, and I will click on sign in. Now you see I'm able to see some set of rules. So ensure that you go through all these set of rules at your ease. Read through them very carefully. These rules are meant to give you instructions as to how you have to take the exam, how you should not sit in a location which has background noise. Nothing, no kind of supporting material will be there with you. Your feeds are continuously captured and analyzed. You should not take breaks in between for any reason. No copy paste is allowed. any inappropriate action or a wrongful conduct will result in the action by the proctor, and it is up to the proctor's discretion how they will penalize you. So ensure that you are taking the exam by all fair means. So read through these rules carefully. We will also share it with you before the actual exam and before even the mock test. So read through them carefully and then confirm it by clicking this checkbox. So I am clicking on it right now that I have read and I'll agree to these rules and continue to the next step. So this is an automated process of checking the requirements. So you will see that browser was checked. Then such kind of a pop-up came up that this application wants to use my camera and microphone. I will click on allow. So all those checks are automatically happening. I'm not clicking anything unless and until I'm asked for. So here I'm asked for confirming that my location will be captured. I will click on allow. And now it is asking me to capture my profile picture. So I am taking my picture here. So I've taken my profile picture. I will click on the next button, which is asking me to show an ID proof. So I am just for reference sake showing an ID proof here. Just ensure that your ID proof is visible properly and click on the take picture option. So in case you feel that it is not captured properly, you see this particular retake button. So you can always click on the retake option to capture the photograph again, either your profile picture or your ID proof picture. As a next step, the exam will, I'll just have to ensure that, my details are correct. I will click on this particular option that I confirm that the information is correct and go to the continue option. Now, as you can see, because I have not kept the camera properly, it was showing no face or in the camera or not looking in the camera. And now, because I am continuously speaking, it is showing that there is a conversation or noise in the background. So ensure that, no such aspect is happening. You are taking the exam by all fair means. So these are the instruction sheet. Now this again, you go through these instruction sheet at your ease. There is a 10-minute timer which is provided to you. This is not the exam start time, but 10 sufficient minutes are available to you to go through all these instructions at your ease. So go through them carefully, then confirm that you have read and understood all the instructions and click on the start exam option. Right, once you click on the start exam, you will start seeing all the questions. So you can move to the next previous questions using these buttons, or you can navigate from the question panel. So you see, I can jump to any particular question and I can answer it. So I have selected the right answer. I can move to the next question. I can mark a particular question for review. So if I'm not sure, I can click on this mark button and it will mark this particular question for review, and I will be able to see that in this number panel as well, that this 18th question has changed color and shape. That means I have marked it for a later review, and you can filter it as well. For example, in this legend and filter all the options which you see, if I want to see only the questions which I have not visited, if I click on it, then all those questions will get filtered, right? So that is how you can even use the filtering options, and whatever action you take will be available here. All your details will be available on the top right corner. Timer is running. You can use the calculator if at all you need it, and some additional instructions, the initial instruction sheet which you saw, or summary of your attempts at a section level or question level will be available here. And an annuity table is provided here, so you can view that as well, right? So this is visible here. And if a proctor is wanting to warn you or alert you, if they see that there is a conversation or noise going on in the background, they might want to alert you that why is it happening. You will get such kind of a pop-up. So a proctor is monitoring me right now. I can reply back. Right? And asking anyone else in the room. So I can just turn my camera and show to them that there is no person inside my room. Right? So I can give a 360-degree view to the proctor as well. Right? So the proctor said, take the mobile around. I showed him all the surroundings. So now he is rest assured that, okay, there is no problem. So hence, as he has said, go ahead. I will continue with my exam after having replied, right? Now, if you see here on the last question, I am seeing an end test button here. So once I have answered all the questions, once I'm satisfied, if there is still some time left, then I want to end the test because I've already answered all the questions. I can click on the end test button. It's a two-stage confirmation process. It will show me the summary of all the attempts. If I'm satisfied, I can click on yes and click on confirm to end. Otherwise, I can always click on no in the earlier version and click on cancel here. So I will go back to the test player. I can answer all the questions here and then go to the end test option and then click on yes and click on confirm. So once you end the test, you will not be able to go back again and continue. Right? So that was about taking the exam on a mobile phone. Let's continue now. So this was if you are taking the exam using your mobile Android application that will be shared with you. Now we will just move to the next part, which is if you are taking the exam from a laptop or desktop, in which case you will have to install and take the exam on the secured exam browser. So you will download the secured exam browser. You will install it. I will install and show to you how to install the secured exam browser, and then you can log in both the cases, be it mobile or be it a laptop or desktop. You can log in 10 minutes before the exam start time. So you can log in and start the processes of launching the application or launching the secured exam browser. You can continue to take the test. All your feeds are getting captured and you are being monitored. Candidates will be allowed to log in up to the 59th minute of the scheduled start time of the exam. So if exam start time is 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. for example, then you will be allowed to log in only up to 10:59. After that, you will not be allowed to log in at all, right? Once you are confident you have submitted all the answers, all your responses are done, you can click on the confirm, and it's a two-stage confirmation process. Like I showed you, you can confirm your submission. You will come across a thank you page. In case of mobile application, you can go ahead and after you are done with all the exams, you can uninstall the application if you want. And if it is a laptop or desktop, you can click on Alter plus Escape key combination to exit from the secured exam browser, and later on you can uninstall the secured exam browser from the start menu itself. Again, like I mentioned for the mobile application, a step-by-step user manual will be shared for the laptop and desktop secured exam browser. So once you have downloaded, you can open this .msi file. It will open. If this kind of a pop-up comes up, you can click on Run Anyway option, in which case you will see this setup wizard. Click on the next option for till the point you reach the installation phase. It will show whether you want this file to allow installation on your system. Click on yes. So the installation is complete. You can close this. Now, as you can see on my desktop, there is this SCB Lite which has been installed. And then there is this SCB Lite repair tool. you have to refer to SEB Lite. So I'll double click on it during my mock test or during the actual exam. It will show that do you want to allow this app to make changes? You can click on yes. And then this SEB Lite will be launching. I will not launch it because it will suspend all the background applications. Because we are recording this session, it will suspend that session as well. So I will not go about clicking yes, but in your case, you have to click on yes and the browser will open, the secured exam browser will open. Following which the steps will be, I'll show it to you. So once you have installed, the next step will be to enter your credentials, the login ID and password which has been shared with you. Click on the confirm option. This is similar to what you saw on the mobile application which I was showcasing you. Thereafter, the rules will appear. Go through them carefully. These rules will be shared with you before the exam as well. You allow the access of microphone and camera and then let the equipment check happen on its own. Once you reach the internet check, it will show a pop-up where you will have to click on next button, share your entire screen. The next step will be to capture your profile picture. Ensure that your room is well lit, your face should be completely visible. Do not cover your face, right? And thereafter share your ID proof. Ensure that your ID proof and the valid ID number is clearly visible. Like I had mentioned earlier, you always have an option to retake in case you feel that your profile picture or your ID proof is not captured properly. After that, instruction sheet will appear. This is just a representative instruction sheet. The actual instruction sheet will be shared with you and will appear on your screen. 10 minutes sufficient time is available to you. This is not the exam start time. Exam has not started yet. So don't get worried that, oh, the timer has started. It is just for this instruction sheet. Go through the instructions very carefully. Thereafter, you will land inside the test player. Questions will start appearing similar to what you saw on mobile. These questions currently are just for representation sake. Don't focus on them. Your actual questions will appear. You will be able to navigate to the immediate next or immediate previous using these buttons, or you can click on any question in the number panel and you will land to that particular question. If you are not sure, you can click on this mark button. So that particular question will be marked for later review. And like I had mentioned, filtering option is available. So you can always click on a particular action item which you want to see. For example, all the questions that I have not visited or the ones which I have marked for later review, right? So these filtering options are also available for your ease. And like the pop-up came in my mobile when Proctor alerted me, similarly a pop-up will come here. I can read the message using my keyboard. I can reply back to the Proctor, and all the resources like the instruction sheet or the summary of the attempts or the annuity table will be available under the resource section depending on the exam wherever it is required. Also, I can increase or decrease the font size. So these 3 A's which you see of different sizes, those are to change the font size if I want. If I want a bigger font, I can click on the largest A or the normal font, or I can click on the smaller font as well. And timer is available for your reference. Accordingly, the clock will be ticking. Now, once you are done, you can click on the end test button, which will be on the last question of the last section. It's again a 2-stage confirmation process. So once you click on end test, this summary will be shown to you. If you are sure, you are satisfied, you can click on the yes option or click on no, go back, finish the questions and repeat the process of clicking end test, clicking yes. And this is the final stage of confirmation, where if you click on confirm, the test will be submitted. You have the last option where you can click on cancel, go back and submit any question that you feel you have left out. Now, one very important instruction for you, irrespective of your delayed start time, all the tests will be automatically terminated 15 minutes after the scheduled end time for your batch. So I'll give you an example. This is just an example for representation's sake so that you understand what this instruction stands for. Say for example, my start time is 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. and my exam is for 1 hour duration. So if I start well on time at 10 o'clock, then my exam will end at 11 o'clock. If I click on end test before it, I will have the option to end the test. But if I don't end the test myself, the system itself will end the test at 11 o'clock if I start at 10 o'clock. Second case, let's say for example, I'm delayed. So my delayed start time is 10:30. If I start at 10:30, my exam will end at 11:15. 15 minutes after the scheduled end time, which was 11 o'clock. If, for example, I start even late, 10:45, in that case also my exam will be automatically terminated 15 minutes after the scheduled end time. In this example, it is 11 o'clock, so exam will end at 11:15. So after 10 o'clock, which is the scheduled start time, at whatever time I start, my last end time will be 11:15, right? So these two examples of delayed start time is good enough to explain you that irrespective of your delayed start time, all the tests will be automatically terminated 15 minutes after the scheduled end time for your batch, right? Now, in case your network gets interrupted by some scenario or the other, don't get panicked, just relax and log in 3 minutes. After 3 minutes of cooling time, you can re-log in again, either log in through your mobile application or log in through the secured exam browser. All your responses or attempts before the interruption happened will be saved. So don't worry that my attempts will be lost. No, your time will also not be lost. You will start from the time where interruption happened. But be cautious when you are re-logging in. Only 10 re-login attempts are allowed throughout the exam. So you will not be able to re-log in for the 11th time. It will not allow you to re-log in at all. Your re-login attempt for after the 10th attempt will all be blocked, right? And you are continuously being monitored. So don't try to attempt in any kind of malpractice. It is always good to give the exam by all fair means. A proctor is monitoring you, an AI system is monitoring you. They are recording all your actions. So please be very cautious and don't try to indulge in any malpractice. That's it. All the best. All these instructions will be shared with you. Give the exam at your ease. Thank you. Once again, all the best.